The battle over the development of San Diego's Midway district played out at a public forum tonight. Good evening. Thanks so much for joining us for the 10 o'clock news. I'm Marcella Lee.
And I'm Jesse Pagan. So Measure Z would lift the current building height limit for the Midway area. Supporters say this is critical to creating more housing and revitalizing the community, but opponents argue it will create more problems.
CBS 8's Richard Allen looks at both sides of this heated debate, which voters will decide at the ballot box.
Well, that's right. Last month, San Diego City Council gave the green light to an ambitious plan called Midway Rising to redevelop the 48-acre sports arena property. But if voters next month don't pass Measure C, those plans, which include more than 4,000 new homes, won't be able to move forward.
It's critically important for Measure C to pass.
Diki Anyiwo is chair of the Midway Pacific Highway Planning Group. He says lifting the current 30-foot height restriction for buildings in the Midway area, which is what Measure C would do, would revitalize the Midway by tackling San Diego's most pressing issue, housing. About 2,000 of the units under the Midway Rising plan would be earmarked as affordable.
It's insanely expensive, right? And there's not enough of it, right? So we want to do what we can as a Midway community to provide for not only ourselves and our future neighbors, but for San Diegans in general.
We have got to stand up, and we've got to stand up for our community, and we've got to allow access to the coastal area.
But at this forum on Measure C tonight in Point Loma, the measure's opponents made their case. They believe that getting rid of the height restriction in the Midway area will block coastal views and access, and unfairly benefit developers at the expense of taxpayers.
A concern of ours is that we may even turn up like Shanghai.
Margaret Verissimo of the group Save the Coastal Access says the infrastructure is not in place to support the increased population. Community activist Don Severance agrees.
This would bring much higher density to this area. It would do incredible traffic congestion.
Opponents of C also argue this could open the floodgates to unfettered development throughout San Diego.
It doesn't just affect Point Loma and Ocean Beach.
And Yiwo, though, does not buy that.
With regard to the slippery slope argument that we also hear quite a bit, it's like, look, it's been this hard to fight for this measure in the Midway district. I can't tell you if there's anyone in the actual coastal community who's willing to do what we've been doing for the last few years. That's certainly not on our agenda, and we don't have eyes for any community other than Midway.
And to take a closer look at both sides of Measure C, just go to CBS8.com, click on the online version of this story.